my mind. Love about 100 tries, just running from the demons in your mind. Then I took yours and made them mine.
So, a while back, I said I was taking a break from the dating, and I had actually started seeing a girl that I really liked. It was probably the best experience I've had in my last 3 years, up until a point, of course. Sorry, drinking Dr. Pepper. That's terrible. But, you know, she was unique, and I like people who go with the flow, love life, you know, just be themselves. You know, we're all individuals, and her individuality was I liked it. It was appealing. But she was really, really something. And but there were things that were just kind of childish about her. She wore like these little net gloves, like Cyndi Lauper, you know, and she'd keep her hair up and then put big bows, or she'd have her hair braided, you know, down the side with big bows in it. And you know, she made references, you know, that were kind of childish, whatever. We went to Target one day, and we were looking for me some tank tops. You know, I like tank tops, and so we whip into the parking spot. It's like the one up front, and she's like, "Yay, princess parking!" And I'm like, "What's princess parking?" And she's like, "It's when you get a front parking spot. I always get princess parking no matter where I go." Okay, so now she's made it farther than anybody. We've been on 3 or 4 official dates and had seen each other 4 or 5 times in between there. So we had gotten to a level of, you know, really seeing each other. Nothing intimate, just getting to know each other. You know, of course we'd kissed and held hands and things like that nature, but you know, we take things slow. I do. So anyways, we park, we go in, and she's holding my hand, and we're walking around and we're looking at stuff and laughing, and we go to the toy section, and she's picking up, you know, Dora the Explorer things, and says she has a Dora Explorer backpack. And you know, it's okay. I'm Batman. I have a Batman suit, you know. It's not that crazy, you know, that far-fetched for an adult to like a, you know, something like that. Batman, Dora the Explorer, you know, whatever, Incredible Hulk. So anyways, so we're walking through Target, and we get a few shirts, and we get up to pay, and she's like, "Oh, can I please get a treat? Can I please get a treat?" I'm like, "Yeah, get you something. Get you some candy, you know. Give me some. Give me some Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers." She gets her candy, and she's like really jumping up and down, like she's really happy and clapping, and I'm laughing at her, you know, because it's nice to be around somebody so vibrant, so, you know, full of life. So now this is the end of our relationship, really. We've been out, dates were fine, you know, went to the movies, watched some kids movies. She was just about to get the Charlotte test, which I'll explain that later. But anyways, so she's like, "Hey, can we run by my house? I want to show you my bed." And she used to send me pictures, you know, of her laying on her bed, and I'd see her little cat, you know, see like his leg or his tail, and Mr. Snookums. I always say Scrumpsums, but Snookums, Mr. Snookums. And you know, she's always talking about her cat, and she loves her cat, but she painted her bed, and she sent me a picture of it. And when I saw the cat, I was like, that cat looks weird. It looks, I don't know, it just doesn't look alive. So we go by her house, and she lives downtown Jackson, you know, older home, but was nice on the outside. You know, some of them are remade really nice. Walk into the door, and she skips like a little kid from the back door through the kitchen into the living room. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, "Hang on, do you have kids? Because I thought you didn't have kids." She's like, "No, I don't have kids." There was a beanbag in the corner. The other corner had one of them hanging wicker, like swing things. Everything is pink, green, orange, pastel colors. It was just a little over the top girly. So I'm walking through the kitchen and I look down and there's an Easy Bake Oven, and you can tell it's been used lately. I'm like, you got nieces or something that come over? She's like, no. I was like, well, what's up with the Easy Bake Oven? She's like, oh, I cook in it all the time. I love it. So anyways, she's like, come here, I want to show you my bed that I painted. So y'all, we go through the house, get into her bedroom, and the cat is in the same position from the picture she sent. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, that's not even a real cat. You've talked about this cat like it's real, like it's a living, breathing, Mr. Snookums was your best friend. It's a stuffed animal. You know, it wasn't like a, you know, one that had been killed or shot and then they mounted it. It was like a stuffed animal, like a Beanie Baby type thing. And I'm looking around and everything is childish. And she does have a Dora Explorer backpack, and it all clicks. This woman is 38 years old and thinks she's 12. She actually lives like a child. Oh Lord, now it all coming to me. She'd called me daddy before. You know, when guys are like, oh, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? No, she was like, can we do it, daddy? Can we do it, daddy? And I'm like, I'm thinking back, I'm like, what an idiot am I? This girl is really living in the mentality of a 12-year-old. You know, we were talking about my niece Shyla. That's the Shyla test. If you can meet Shyla and she approves, you're good. And I said, you know, Shyla gets those American Girl dolls, whatever you want to call them. It's like she's got like 3, and we buy her stuff for Christmas to go for her dolls. And I built her a American doll house, you know, life size. And she's like, really? I've got like 20 of them. Yes, she does. She does. And they're all over her house, set up in positions like they're little children. She still plays with them. And so I'm like, okay. I come home that night and I just really sit and think, and I like this girl. I really like her because she was fun to be around. Now I know why. She was a big kid. That's all she was. But she took it to the extreme. It's insanity. All right. I go back and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, can I get a treat? Like a kid begging for candy with their parents. Well, first time we kissed, you know, I kissed her and she like put her head down and giggled. I'm like, what? She's like, I got butterflies in my stomach. And she said it like a kid, but I didn't think nothing about it. How stupid am I? How insane is that? So, but I liked her. I didn't look at her as a child. I looked at her as just somebody that was just, full of life. Wanted to be happy all the time. Yeah, kids are happy all the time. They got nothing to worry about. They have a soul of God. They're innocent. And I get her way of thinking, but to live like that, y'all, is insane. 38 years old. And she's a beautiful girl, and I hate it. I hate it so bad because I really liked this girl, and she had gotten farther than anyone had. But I just can't be a father to a girl I want to date. That's crazy. And she was like, oh, I'll play with your niece, and she was going to really play with my niece like kids, wearing the bows and the pigtails and the net. Y'all, it sucks. It sucks. She was really cool. And it makes me question my sanity because, why didn't I see through to all of that? But it is what it is. I just had to tell her, I can't do that. I explained to her nicely that you're taking it a bit extreme, living like a child. Your house everything is pink or pink and white polka dots. Your laptop is pink with Minnie Mouse on the back side of it. You got Dora Explorer backpacks. You got your wicker hanging egg looking, I don't know what they call them, hanging from the ceiling. Your bean bags. Your slippers were Cinderella slippers. We watched kid movies. No wonder. Y'all, it's awful. I hate it. I really hate it. If she would have been that kind of person without doing the childish stuff, I think it would have been okay, but lesson learned, I guess. I still think about her sometimes, but you know, it's a shame. It's a waste. She was cool. But kids are cool. I like kids, and on to the next. Please, y'all, keep it real. Keep it real. Real life. You 38 years old, be 38 years old. You have to be an adult. Keep it real.
I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through